The biggest struggle that every photographer probably deals with is the fear of being perceived as weird. You want to fit in with everyone else, but when that camera is in your hand, you're no longer just like everyone else. And so it's very common to find yourself in an awkward place trying to do street photography, especially if you're trying to photograph people going about their everyday lives. No one expects to have their photograph taken, and so by that fact alone, you sort of have a target on your back. Anxiety might start to build up inside you, and those thoughts start to rush through your mind. What's this person gonna think of me? Oh, they must think I'm some weirdo. I don't want them to get mad at me. You know these thoughts, and I know them too. You might feel like if I raise my camera up right here, right now, this person's gonna notice me and get mad at me, and it's just gonna be a terrible experience I don't wanna be part of. All of these thoughts start rushing through your mind, and since everything's going so quickly, you hesitate, end up passing on the moment, and what are you left with? No photo. I'm describing this so clearly because I obviously have experienced it myself many times before. I vividly remember a moment on the train where I was sitting, and sitting across me was a mother and her daughter, and both of them had their heads leaning into each other, and they were framed perfectly by the window behind them. We were crossing the bridge at the time as well, so you could see the city skyline just perfectly visible in the background, and it was just like the most beautiful moment, and I didn't take the photo. I was too afraid of them noticing me and thinking of me as some kind of weirdo. And experiences like that are normal. Everyone's gonna have that happen to them at some point, especially if you're new to street photography. But there is one trick that has always helped me get out of that mindset that I want to share with you all today. Pretty simple idea, and some of you might have used it for its original purpose. That's just having a prepared explanation for when someone asks you why you took a photograph of them. Now you're probably like, okay, Faisal, I've heard that before many times before, but it's not exactly what you think it's for. Before I get any further, I highly recommend that your explanation, whatever it is something that's very convincing and something that you can easily memorize, because it's not going to do you any good if you forget it while you're out shooting. I like to just say that I'm a photography student learning photography, and it's not really a blatant lie, because I can still consider myself someone who's still learning photography every day. And I think that kind of explanation pretty much works for everyone, no matter your age. It's very convincing, and people are going to be very forgiving of you if you say something like that. Whatever your explanation is, you want something that you can easily remember, requires a little thought, and can be used for practically every situation over and over again. Here's what I mean by this isn't going to be used in the way you think it will be. You're most likely never going to have to say this explanation to anyone. Whenever you start to second guess yourself or start to feel anxious or nervous while you're out shooting, remind yourself of that explanation. Say it to yourself in your head, or do whatever you need to do to remind yourself of it. You'll remember that, hey, if someone asks me what I'm doing or why I took a photo of them, it's not going to be the end of the world, because I know what to say in that situation when it arises. If you're truly confident about that explanation you have planned for yourself, you'll feel confident enough to continue on photographing. You'll take those photos you were hesitating to take before, and you'll realize that you'll be fine after you take them. And you'll probably notice that people don't really care all as much as you thought they would. And so that's pretty much it. I find myself finding it more useful to have that reassurance of being prepared for when any situation arises, to have that explanation ready. I know a lot of you ask me how I take photos so effortlessly, and I just wanted to share one tip with you all today that has helped me get out of that anxious mindset, and hopefully it helps you as well. Obviously, experience will be the ultimate factor in you feeling more comfortable while you're out shooting, but this trick has helped me get to that point. So try it out yourself the next time you go out shooting, if you do find yourself being that nervous photographer type. And who knows, you might find that having that reassurance helps you just as much as it has helped me, and you'll be taking photographs more confidently, And ultimately that will lead to taking more photographs. And you know, it's kind of a trickle-down effect. The more photographs you take, the better photographs, or the higher chance of you taking a better photograph will happen. That's all for today. It's a pretty quick video, but if you found this video helpful, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you're new here. All right, see you all in the next video.